Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. I hope everyone is staying safe. If you are new here, come on in and join the family. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and remember the notification bell because that way you'll be reminded every time I upload a video. My name is Jenny, and on this channel I create lovely DIYs using mostly items that I find at the Dollar Tree. I try to keep my DIYs budget friendly but easy to do. If you want to see some of my creations, then keep watching. Hello everyone, I hope everyone is having a great weekend. I am sharing with you in today's video some of my simple and easy to do fall DIYs. Yes, I am getting ready for the fall, so this first DIY I will be using some of the jute cord. I have a pack of these little wooden plaques. These are at Walmart for like, I think $2, but I'll just be using one. I have 6 of these wooden pieces, and these are the pieces that come from my little Dollar Tree foam brushes that I use. I save those, and so I'll be using 6 of those. I will be using 2 sets of these tags off of these little Dollar Tree calendars. I have 2 sets of those tags. I also will be using 4 of these little jingle blocks from the Dollar Tree as well. I have one of these little branches, these little logs that came out of the pack from the Dollar Tree, and I was going to use this succulent, but I'm going to go in with something else. I also will be using some of my antique wax chalk paint as well as that ivory paint. And so now what I'm going to do is I am going to glue 3 sets of 2 of these sticks together. And I'm going to be using my hot glue for this. When I'm gluing them together, I'm going to make them not so straight. I'm not going to make them crooked, but kind of bend it just a little because I want these to look like logs. And you know, logs are not so straight. So I'm going to just tilt it just a little, not much. And so I did purchase 2 of those calendars. I actually purchased 4 because I love the wood pieces. They're pretty sturdy, and I'm going to be using those for a future DIY. But I needed multiple of those tags because the way that they are designed is they're front and back, and so they're on these little hooks, and if you take them off you have to flip them over and put them back to get to the next month or the next number. But the way I'm designing this calendar, I won't be able to do that, so I needed each one to be on separate tags. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to glue 2 of these jingle blocks together, and I'm going to do 2 sets of these. After I glue these 2 together, what I'm going to do is glue each one of these sets on the side of my little wooden piece, just like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to eyeball and make sure that they're centered. And I'm just going to add some glue, and I'm going to attach it right in the center on the side. And now that I have attached those sets, I'm now going to add my sets of my wooden sticks. And I'm going to add 2 to each end, and I'm going to glue them right in the center where I glued the 2 jingle blocks together, because that's the space that I measured for my 3rd set of sticks. So I'm going right in the middle of the 2 connecting jingle blocks. And I'm going to repeat that step on the other side, going right in the center of the 2 pieces. And once I get that together, this is how it looks. I'm going to go in with that 3rd set of sticks, and I'm going right in between the other 2 sets, and I'm just leaving a little bit out at the top. I'm just going to add some hot glue to each side, and I'm going to go right inside. And like I said, I'm just leaving out a little bit of the stick at the top just to give it a little design. And I'm going to press and hold this for a minute. And now that everything is glued together, I'm now going to go in with that antique wax chalk paint and paint the DIY. And now that everything has been painted, I'm now going to take my little brush from the Dollar Tree, and I am going to go over this with that ivory color chalk paint. I'm going to damp brush it. It's not so dry because what I'm trying to do is create a log look, and I'm trying to blend in some of this ivory paint, and I'm just going to go over the entire DIY. I'm not going to add too much paint, but I'm going to add enough, so I don't want to say dry brush. I want to do more of a damp brush. And so this is how it turned out after I brushed over the entire piece. And this is the desired look that I was going for. And so now what I'm going to do is start working on my tags. And what I did was, like I said, they front and back. And for how I'm designing this calendar, I needed to add another set. So I will be able to just flip them over and get to the next month or the next number in sequence. And so how I'm going to add my jute cord through these tags, the hole was a little small, so I took my little small Dollar Tree brush because it's smooth, and I just pushed through, and it made it a little bigger, just the right size for me to add my jute cord. And I used the end of this brush because I didn't want to rip anything. I wanted it to be still smooth and look intact. And so now I can add my jute cord to each set of these tags, and it will go through now without any issues. And I'm just going to go and cut off just a little bit and add a little jute cord to each set of tags. And now that that's complete, I'm now going to attach them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit hot glue to the tip of this jute cord because I want to make sure that my tags can flip over easy. So that's why I'm not going to tie a knot. And so once I add a little hot glue, I'm just going to roll the little tips together so it can flatten out enough for my tags can flip without any problems, as well as making sure that it's secure. And so I'm just going to push one through to make sure that it flows, and it worked out. And so I'm just going to add the rest of my tags to this DIY. And so now I'm able to just flip them over and get to the next month or to the next number. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the rest of the decor to my calendar. And I'm going to go use the little log piece that I picked out of the pack of the logs that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to go in with a little hot glue and add that right down to the side, right next to the month. And because I wanted these to be my little fall DIYs, I'm not going to go in with that sucklet. I'm actually going to use these little berry picks off of my little fall floral from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to add one of the little berry pieces right on the side of the little log. And so when I did my little mini Dollar Tree haul, I found some really cute fall florals. The Dollar Tree actually put out some really good fall items to use to make some really nice DIY. So I'm excited about some of the things that I found. I'm just going to glue this little berry piece down to the other end, and this DIY will be complete. And this is how my calendar turned out. I really like this. I'm so excited, and I cannot wait to style that. So I'm going to move on to the second DIY for today. And my Dollar Tree items for this DIY, I will be using some of those floral bunches. I have some of the stones. I will be using one of these little wooden plaques, as well as I have a bag of these little logs that I love so much. And so I'm going to get started. And so what I'm going to do first is glue these little log pieces all around this little wood piece. Now I didn't paint this wood piece, but the brush that I used to paint my first DIY, I may go around the trimming of this DIY when I finish with the leftover antique wax color paint on there just to give it a pop of color, but I'm going to wait and see if I really need it. And now that I have completed that step, all I have to do now is go in and add my rocks. And this was just a little simple DIY that I came up with. It screams fall, and I just wanted to create something simple that you can add to some already existing decor, and this can go in any room of your home. And I'm just going to add these rocks, and I'm going to cut off a piece of my floral bunch, and I'm just going to add that right to the top of these rocks. Just something simple and something cute. And I like that I can switch out this little fall piece or maybe use this for different seasons, but I really like how this turned out. This is just something really simple and something cute that you can sit around your home. And I did brush around the edges with that leftover paint on my foam brush. And so what I'm going to do now is get started on the last DIY for today. I will be using one of these glasses from the Dollar Tree, and I have this ribbon. I purchased this ribbon a while ago from Walmart, so it's been in my craft box for a while. I love this color, but the Dollar Tree have some really cute ribbons out right now, so you can use any ribbon for this DIY. I just had this one for a while, so I decided to use it, and I love the color. I have 5 bunches of some of the fall florals that the Dollar Tree have out right now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wrap this glass with this ribbon, and I'm going to add some hot glue and wrap and add glue, and I'm just going to continue this until I get to the top of this glass. I really love wrapping glasses and vases in ribbon because it's such an easy way to upgrade a glass piece. I just think it's so pretty and so simple. And I'm just going to continue to keep wrapping this, even if it overlaps. So I'm just going to move up and add some glue. And like I say, it's going to overlap on each piece, but that's okay because that's the desired look that I am going for. The Dollar Tree have this really cute burlap ribbon that has this white lace on it that is so pretty. And I originally was going to use that, but the color scheme wasn't what I desired. So I remember that I had this ribbon, and so I decided to use it. And I do like that this particular ribbon have a little stretch in it because it made it easy for me to maneuver it around this glass. And now that I have got to the top, I'm actually going to go around a few more times with this because what I'm trying to create is a little cuff around the top of it. I hope you can see I'm just trying to make some of the fabric lap over on to the glass just to give it a little barrier between my floral and the glass. And then I'm just taking my scissors to cut off the excess ribbon, and this is how it turned out. I really like this. This is so pretty. It just transformed this glass. And now all I have to do is go in and add my floral pieces, and this DIY will be complete. And so here's another look of all three of the DIYs that I created today. I really like how they turned out. All so simple but so nice. And I love the calendar. It was simple, but the detailing came out really nice. It really looks like little logs. I love this. I think this is so cute. And I was going to create my own tags, but I wanted to use those because I love the pop of color. And how cute is this little simple log piece? Just something to add to some existing decor. I really like how that turned out, and I love, love, love the base. I love wrapping ribbon around glass pieces because it's such a simple transformation, and I love the floral choice. The Dollar Tree have out some really good floral pieces right now. I really like how all the DIYs turned out today. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate your support. And as always, let me know in the comment box down below which one of these DIYs were your favorite. I love them all. I really think they came out nice. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please, please stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.